So we got good?
Beverly Spanier was one of the first people in Quebec to get the vaccine.
It was such a hope, such a miracle.
Then she fell ill with COVID, infected before the vaccine could kick in. She's just one of thousands of new cases in recent weeks. The 7-day moving average for new cases now more than double what it was last spring. The curve is not flattening.
There has to be a sense of urgency communicated to the general public as to how serious the situation is for our entire healthcare system.
Some hospitals in Montreal are now operating at or above capacity, and it could get worse. The province is already in partial lockdown, but that hasn't had the impact the province had hoped for.
These measures don't work because they're not consistent and thorough enough to really provide the kind of control that we need.
To control the spread, Quebec Public Health is recommending the government impose a curfew. That would be a first for any province, though some regions have imposed curfews. The Premier will announce Wednesday if his government will go that far. Even if there is no curfew, tougher restrictions are expected.
Measures have been put in place in Canada, in Quebec, but we relied a lot on the goodwill of people.
Officials estimate about a third of Quebecers broke the rules over the holidays and gathered with friends or family. It'll take more time to see how that boosts admissions to hospitals and intensive care.
I am more frightened currently that we're going to be lacking resources than I was during the first wave.
Some Montrealers say a full lockdown might be the best option. This boy says he knows it's tough not to see friends, but people shouldn't break the rules.
Je les comprends, mais en même temps, faut pas faire ça.
I understand, he says, but you shouldn't do that.
It's that or you getting sick or your loved one getting sick, and it's just sort of time that we all just band together and do the right thing.
So, hey, Jayla, can you tell us more about the kinds of measures the province is mulling over?
Well, what our colleagues at Radio Canada have found out is the province of Quebec is considering a total lockdown, a full lockdown that would last somewhere between 3 to 4 weeks. So something similar to what we saw here in the spring during the first wave of the pandemic. We're talking about non-essential businesses being shut down, also a restriction on activities for things like the construction industry, the manufacturing industry. And as for the curfew that I touched on in my story earlier, what we're hearing is on the table is a curfew that would start at 7:30 at night and go until 6 in the morning. But we'll wait to see what details come out tomorrow.
Okay, Jayla Bernstein in Montreal tonight. Thanks.